Hi everyone, it is time to start a brand new series and we are back in Tiny Year. Now we are doing this page from November and I realise it is still October, but just to explain, when Agata was making these pages, these tinies, she got unwell and she got a little bit behind, and therefore the November pages are full of Halloween images. As you can see from this page, you've got witchy type things. It's called Magic of Halloween. So I thought rather than waiting until November to do these, we'd do them now because they just seem more appropriate for this time of year. And this page would actually take us almost all the way through to Halloween. So I thought that would work rather well as well. So we're just going to do one of each of these little images a day for a nice long 12-part series. Now these are the same as her November tinies that she sold in her Etsy store. So if you purchase those, and just put my piece of paper straight, sorry. If you purchase those rather than this, you can colour along. Now we have a magic wand. I have my castle art. It looks quite dark on this page in the camera. It doesn't to my eye. Anyway. We have this magic wand. I've got my Castle Art soft touch pencils. Mixed in with those are my Harmonious set and my pastel tint set. I'm not sure whether I use those or not, but we're going to just make a start. And I'm having a look at this wand, and the main body of the wand looks like it's wood. I can see there's sort of a gnarliness going on, so I'm going to turn straight to my browns and we'll just get colouring a little bit of wood. And I'm hoping that these pencils are going to work colour-wise for this page. I think they will. I'm going to grab my, just looking at my swatch chart, I want a light brown. I think the yellow ochre is sort of the nearest to start with. So I'm going to use this yellow ochre on, now not the bit that's wrapped around, just the main part. I'm just going to mark out the main part with this pencil, like that. And then we get some other browns, some darker browns on here. It is quite yellowy, isn't it? But it's fine. It'll work as a nice base. So I hope everyone's okay today. It is today, what day is it today? Wednesday. It's actually Wednesday the 1st of October. I'm getting quite ahead. There's a few reasons for this, partly because I was planning a little holiday, so I wanted to get ahead so that I could have some time off. Haven't managed to make many more decisions about that yet, but it's okay. I'm now grabbing my raw umber. I'm going to give it a sharpen and then do a bit with that. So yeah, I'm sort of was planning that, but actually my husband's been talking about having some time off as well. So raw umber, sorry. I'm going to do the sort of edges and then gently fade it in towards the middle and see how that looks, because I know it's wood, so it's not going to have a shine, but I still want to make it dark on the edges so it looks like it's not so flat. So we'll just see how it develops. It's such a small picture that we can play around with quite a few layers before I get bored. Yeah, so he's been talking about taking a bit of time off and stuff, so I'm not sure yet. But also I've been thinking about Johanna's new book coming out and how I wanted to get stuff done before then. I thought if I get ahead with my normal day-to-day stuff, and then I can maybe get all my November planner pages done as well. So it's sort of, I'm ready for the book, you know, the whole excitement of a new book, which I'm hoping everyone is feeling, not just me. I mean, obviously some people get excited about different authors, not Johanna, which is absolutely fair. I'm going to go for a dark brown now. I'm going to find the Van Dyke brown or the walnut brown, something like that. Where this is the Van Dyke brown, I think. Yeah. Van Dyke brown. I'm assuming Van Dyke was an artist and the brown's named after him. I don't know. No, here I'm just going around the edge and trying to put a bit of shadow under that sort of curled thing. I don't know what that is. But we'll think of something. Well, I will. You might think of something different. Yeah, so I haven't quite thought about it yet. Also, mid-October, probably around now, when this is going out. I'm not sure what date this comes out, actually. My son's got some time off uni, so that might also be an opportunity now, but he'll be busy. Now, I'm going back to my Van Dyke brown because this star and this little bit here, I'm going to do in gold. And they're really small, but I'm confident. My lead is so wobbly, I don't know if you can see it, it's going wibble wobble. I'm confident that I can make it look gold. So I'm putting this Van Dyke brown into the tips. And also going to put a bit, I really need it to be sharper. I think I'll forget that for a minute. Actually, I need to do it on here as well. So this is going to be gold too. So I'm going to put a little bit here and at the, like that. Then we're going to go into our raw umber and extend that colour. So go over what you've done and just, oh, itchy nose all of a sudden. Sorry. And then just pull that colour down each of those little tips of the star. And I want a bit around the middle, which I can do with this one because it's a bit sharper than that other wibbly lead pencil. I get a bit nervous if it's wibbly to sort of to break it and then sharpen it. It would I might just keep needing sharpening over and over. You know, sometimes they go like that. Yellow ochre. I don't have that trouble too much with these, but you know, you never know. It's more with a soft pencil, isn't it? So this is going to end up looking quite like our wood. However, we've got a couple of colours still to go. So my next is going to be the green gold. I'm going to sharpen it though. There we go. Ooh, nice and sharp. So I'm going to go over the top of what I've done. I still want to leave some white paper if I can. But I think it's beginning to look a little bit more gold-like. But it's too similar to the wood at the moment for my liking. So I'm going to actually get some yellow on here to make it, sort of set it apart really. So let's have a look, what have we got? What's our brightest yellow? Is it there? Golden yellow deep, that's right. Where are you? Golden yellow deep, maybe that's it. Yeah, there it is. My yellows are all out of order. I need to give it a sharpen. Golden yellow deep. Just remind you so you can find it. There we go. It looks orange in the camera, but it actually looks quite orange, doesn't it? Just check. This isn't orange on my swatch, so let's hope it's not too orange. So I'm going to go over all of this, trying to make it look a bit more bright. But I still want to leave some really light areas so that it looks like it's shiny. To get that sort of gold look. I'm going to leave a bit of blank at the end of them. There they are. I think what I'm going to do with my wooden bit is make it a bit darker, and then the gold will stand out better. So I'm just going to grab the burnt umber, which is really dark, give it a sharpen, just put a few bits on there, and it will just, I think, help us. So here is our burnt umber. Intricate work here. I'm gonna make it significantly darker, particularly on those edges. Hopefully you can see. I like that we've got little sparkles coming off this wand. There we go. Yes, that's news on my holiday, still not happening. It'll probably end up being Christmas. But hey, it's okay. I haven't, you know, we're not going anywhere, so not booking anything. And the kids are involved in all their own things, so, you know. Right. Now we have like a gemstone in the middle of this star, and we have one here. I'm thinking I'd do them both the same colour. I think it would work. Now, I tend to like to do gemstones in sort of emerald, you know, greens, bluey greens, or really reddy pinks, or red. Purple, sort of violet, is also a very good colour. I'm just having a little look on my swatchy chart to see what we have in this set that I could potentially use. We could use like the mulberry. It's really dark. Purple Lake Deep is one of my favourites. Maybe I will. Let's grab the Purple Lake Deep. Where is it? It's probably really sharp knowing me. I'm short. I mean, oh, it's not too short. Here it is, Purple Lake Deep. So I'm going to start with this one. And I may add some darker and lighter colour, but as you can see, it's really small. Now this one has got some markings around the edge of it, which you probably can't see in the camera. But if you, I think I'm going to just colour it as if it's just round, because it's so teeny tiny. So I'm going to make a darker layer around the edge like that. Overlay it a little bit. Now, what do I do with that middle? Do I colour it the same? Do I put some lines across it as if it's shining? Yeah, I'm going to try putting a couple of lines across to make it look shiny. I don't think that shows up enough. No, I'm just going to colour it over like that. Now this one, we've got some lines drawn on it. What I'm going to do here is make it darker near the edge of our wand. And then sort of fade it up towards the top of this first section, like that, and the same on this side. Then this top one, I think I'm going to make dark in this corner, a bit less towards the middle. A similar thing on this one. Just going to darken up that bit. It's not really dark enough for my liking. What I'm going to do is get a black and work a little bit of black into it. It's quite daring using a black, always, any black. It needs to be really sharp because we've got a small area to work with. My black is quite splintery. I'm going to put a little bit around the edge of this one. And then on this one, I'm going to put it here where I think it'll be really dark against these bits of the wand. You can see, hopefully, it doesn't actually look black. It's just really darkening some of those bits. Okay. Now we have a sort of twisty coil around the wand. I'm thinking we could go with a really nice purpley pink. To contrast with our other colours. I think it would match. So I'm having a little look, through my pencils, and I'm thinking probably the purple. Now, in my head, a purple looks like maybe this, but it's very pink, so I think it's going to work. See when it goes down. Now, I'm not sure how to do this because it's so small. I'm just going to block it in, I think, with quite a lot of colour. There we go. Yeah, I quite like it to be a bit darker at the bottom. I'm going to try. It probably won't show up too well. But I think it's a good idea to layer it up a little bit more anyway. And I could use a darker colour. Let me have a little look. So that was the purple, wasn't it? I think our black might be our best friend here. So I'm going to dare and use a bit of ivory black. I don't want loads, I just want a shadow. Whether you can even see it or see any difference, I do not know. There we go. Now around our star we've obviously got these little magical dots. Now you could do those in pencil. If I was going to do them in pencil, I would do them with this the purple, but I'm not. I feel that they need to be done with some glitter pens. Here we go. So I'm thinking a purpley pink if I've got one. I can't tell if that's purpley pink or red. I'm going to try it out. I haven't got any scrap paper in here. Ooh, up here on the corner of this maybe. Yeah, that is pink, purpley pink. So that's number 721. And I'm just going to cover over these dots. Some of them are too small, so I'm making them bigger because I can't get a dot as small as they are. There we go. Now I also feel like my wand needs a bit of glittery sparkle. I think I need some white actually before I go any further. I want a really thin, yeah, this is my Sakura white number 5, so it's really thin. I'm going to put some white bits on my gemstone if I can get the pen to write. There we go. To look like shine, we'll do a little bit more on this one as well. Like that. I really feel like I want some glitter around the edge of the gold. I don't know why, I don't normally, but I just do. So I'm going to get this yellowy one, which is number 703. I'm going to go around the edge of the star with it. I don't know why I feel it needs that. Sorry, I don't talk when I use pen. I have to concentrate. I'm going to put some around this gold bit too. I used to be really scared of putting gold pen anywhere near gold that I'd made from pencil because I thought it would show it up and make it look wrong, but now I think it's fine. Changed my mind. So if I tip that towards my light, you can see the sparkle around the star. Oh, you can see where I missed a bit because I don't know, did I? I think it's there. There we go. Now if you want, you can add sparkle to the ribbony bit as well or onto the gems. But I think I'm just going to leave it there, I think. So there is our first little one done. I think this is going to be quite a fun page. There's only one pumpkin. Hooray! I'm quite sick of colouring pumpkins, I have to say. Already. Anyway, thank you for watching today. I hope that was okay. Please tune in for the next one tomorrow, but there'll be a video this afternoon as well. So thank you so much and happy colouring.